Welcome back to Midwest Whitetail. Today is September 19th and it is opening day of youth season here in Iowa. I've actually got Garrett with me today. Garrett and I actually did some youth hunting last year at a different piece of property, but we only saw some does. We're trying to get him his first buck last year, and we're still trying to get him his first buck this year as well. As you guys can recall, we are at the Prospect Farm, and the deer that we are after today is the tall brow 10. And for the past 5 sits that I've had out here, just scouting, I've actually encountered this buck. We have a southeast wind, conditions are super favorable. We actually, yesterday through tomorrow, it's gonna be lows of 40s, highs of like 60s. So the conditions are absolutely beautiful, it's perfect. Got Casey with us, Garrett's excited as well. Hopefully we can get him his first buck today, but we're gonna wrap everything up and start walking in and hopefully get back to you once we get positioned. Well guys, we just got set up and it's probably about a 500-600 yard walk back here, but Garrett, I, and Casey took advantage. There's a little bit of a wind and their train actually just went past, so we took advantage of that, snuck in here, got in perfectly. And this back corner is actually where these deer really congregate from. Most of these deer really come out of this little thicket. I'm excited. I think Garrett's excited. Casey's excited too. We've got Casey in the back. She's never been deer hunting before, so it should be fun for all of us. But time's it coming out? What do you mean you don't know? I'm gonna say 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. That'd be nice. Till then. Just gonna take that dip down. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Now we just need it to be a buck. I can't get on him right there. Hey, do you see that buck behind him? Can you get on him? Can you get on him? Buddy, right here, buddy. Right here, look, he's on the side. Do you see him? Can you see him, buddy? No, don't shoot there. He's got a buck in front of him. You can't shoot right there, okay? Just take deep breaths. You can't shoot yet. Are you on his shoulder? No, not right there. That's head on. Yep. Just be on him if he turns broadside. As soon as he turns broadside. Here you go, here you go. Maybe. Buddy, if you can put it on his shoulder, you can kill him. Right there. Don't. Reload. Hurry up. Get on him. Take a breath, take your time. Take a deep breath. Oh, nice ball! Yes! Nice job! Oh my God, dude!
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
I just smoked a big one.
You did not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Are you serious?
Well guys, it's about 10 minutes after the shot, and Garrett called his dad. He's on his way. Collins is actually hunting with Donovan right now. I think they're going to be on their way here relatively soon, but I think Garrett's pretty antsy to go see this deer, so we're gonna go take a peek at this deer real quick, and then we're gonna wait for everyone and just stay by the deer and make sure the coyotes don't get him in or anything. So let's go check him out, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, nice job, buddy. Dude, that is a stud. That is such an old deer.
Hey guys, welcome back to Midwest Whitetail. It is September 19th and Donovan and I are out here this afternoon for opening night of youth season here in Iowa. This afternoon we decided to come to a standing bean field. This is one of the last green bean fields in this area, and we actually had to set up out in the field a little ways. We got a southeast wind at about 10 miles an hour, and it's kind of cut in this corner, and we set up out here because they've been feeding out here in this last green patch out in this field, and looking forward to it. It's going to be a cool evening. I think it's going to be in the low 60s, high 50s by the time prime time's here, so the deer should definitely be up on their feet and moving, and looking forward to it. You ready? All right, see if we can't get it done tonight. Buddy, you just dropped a stud. Yeah, buddy! Oh, you don't have no idea how proud I am of you right now. That is a giant for your first deer. Give me. Oh, dude, I'm so proud of you. There's deer, dude. There's bucks everywhere tonight. Oh, it might be a little bit dark, but I could not call Donovan off another deer. We have had so many close encounters on bucks. He has been hunting bucks for 3 years now. He's had misfires. He's had about anything that you could ever think of to not be able to shoot a buck, and it's all been my fault for the most part. And here we are tonight, and he just dropped a stud in the beans. I am so proud of you, buddy. Yes! Alright, we gotta call some people now. Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well guys, here they are. We got these bucks out in some better light this morning. Want to give you guys a little bit better look at them, and just kind of want to talk about why we had the success we did last night. And you know, last week I had talked about me and Donovan were going to try and chase a buck on a property, and went and checked some trail cameras. Unfortunately, that buck was super nocturnal, so I needed to change game plans a little bit, and that led me and Caleb to talking about you know, we always talk about looking for fields that are green this time of year, and we brainstormed about some spots, and I had a spot that I actually hadn't spent much time on this summer, and so I went out there last Monday and checked it out, and what do you know, there was still a ton of green beans out there. One side of the farm was corn, the other was beans, so that's why we ended up there. And I'm going to let Caleb talk a little bit more about why we key so much into these bean fields or green sources this time of year, because that's really what both these bucks, that's why we killed these deer.
Yeah, so the reason that we actually try keying in on these beans is most people in Iowa understand that beans is king in the summer, and most of these bucks are coming off of their summer patterns, but some of them still stay pretty tight on these summer patterns. But the best thing to look for these bucks that still are pretty tight on their summer patterns is the seclusiveness. Both of these spots that Collins and I actually hunted last night are very secluded. They're away from the road. You cannot see these places from the road, so these bucks feel comfortable coming out there in daylight. But another huge strategy that Collins and I try and key on as well is getting out in the field to see the actual movement of these deer. Like I said last night, I've probably been out there scouting for these deer in that particular spot probably 5-6 times this summer, and I actually scouted the night before the hunt as well. And last night was an awesome night. This is, like we said, these 2 bucks are the first bucks for these kids. I mean, 2 beautiful mature bucks. And I told Collins, we've been joking around, I told him that this is going to be the best season we have ever had, hands down. And to shoot 2 mature bucks on opening night and get these kids some success is just something that is going to go a long way. It's going to hit home on the memory book, and I'm looking forward to seeing the season progress. So thank you guys for watching Midwest Whitetail, and I hope to see you back next time.
Welcome to another episode of the Heartland Show. There's some big changes coming from the Kehoe family. We ended up selling our home farm and bought a new 184-acre piece. Today we're out here checking out the new farm and putting up stands. Tomorrow we're going to end up putting trail cams out and seeing what we got. We're excited about this new farm, and hopefully we get some good bucks on trail cams, and hopefully we can get after one.
Just got this first tree stand hung on a plot that the previous people planted a couple weeks ago, so we got lucky on this one. It's a small little 1/4 to 1/2 acre plot. Looks like some turnips, winter wheat, winter rye, maybe some clover in it, so should be a great early October to end of October bow spot. But we're real excited. 1 stand up, more to go today, so hopefully we can get after it and knock some stands out today. Over my shoulder here, Dad is putting in a mock scrape tree on this existing food plot that was here when we bought the farm. And then right there, we're putting up our home cell unit from Cuddyback. Then we're gonna put a solar panel on it. Should get all the sun, never have to check the batteries. It was running on our previous farm since July. Batteries perfect, everything's been good. So we're getting this as our first setup. We're gonna put a stand right in front of me. We're gonna bring in a redneck blind actually on a trailer to hunt this spot. But we're really excited about it. Just a little plot. We'll kind of see how the deer use it this year. And then next year, we'll kind of fine tune it, put a bigger plot in, and then put probably 3 or 4 acres of corn around it. So, but for this year, this will be our home unit, mock scrape with a redneck. So should be a good setup. Setup number 2 here. Over a skinny little green plot, put another mock scrape tree, runs down along this edge. There's a couple hills right through here that are blocking our signal from the other cam way over there. So we're gonna put it down on the end. It was about 18, walked up to this end, just got a little elevation change, could get up over. Now we're at 40, so it's good to go, should be good. Just finished up our first project weekend here at the new farm. We're real excited about this farm and to see what it produces. We got tree stands up, I think we got 6 or 7 stands up, and then we got the Cuddy Link system set up as well. So we're real excited about the upcoming fall to see what deer show up, how it hunts, and you know, just to experience a new piece of property is always fun. So we're gonna just monitor the cutting links and kind of fine tune things over the coming weeks, and then you know, come the beginning of October, the first cold front, hopefully we can come in and kind of see what we see. Should be a fun year. Thanks for watching the Heartland Show.
Hi, and welcome to Midwest Whitetail, the Heartland. Today we're out on some public land, and this is an area that I hunted quite a bit in the early part of the year last year. If you remember, I had a pretty good encounter with a buck that snort wheezed right under my stand, kind of on the fringe of a shooter or not that early part of the year. And this year it's looking a lot better than it did last year. Last year with all the moisture, they weren't able to get a lot of the crops in that they wanted to, so the food sources were depleted really quickly. I want to say by about the second week in October, there really wasn't any food anymore in this area, so the deer left it pretty quick and the hunting dried up along with it. But this year they got a whole lot of standing corn in here, and it's all looking really good. So I'm thinking this area is going to hold deer for a lot longer throughout the year. And what our main focus for today is we're going to check some cameras that we've had out here for about a month or so, and we're going to be transitioning from those cameras more on the heavy trail areas to more over the scrapes. So since the last week or so, it seems like these scrapes have really been popping up along here. So I'm going to move some cameras over there to get a quicker inventory on the bucks living here. And last year there was a lot of really good bucks through here, and I'm hoping, being this spot about a mile or so back into the public piece, we're not going to see a ton of pressure immediately, at least. So hope is to snag a buck here early in the season, especially with the amount of success I had last year and even more food this year. I would expect the hunting to be even better. So we're going to get out those cameras, transition those, show you any big bucks we have already. And then we'll scout some areas as well as this one to try to have a little more areas we can hit around this food source. Well, that about wraps up our day here. Just finishing moving some cameras around. Like I said, we're moving them off of those main trails and more to the scrapes now, so we can get an inventory of what bucks are living here. Being the switch to about mid-September, you should have, the bucks we're getting now should be around for most of the fall. So the river that would normally run through here is usually about a foot deep, but this year has been a really big drought year around this area. So the plus side of that is it's going to allow for some really good access. This is all sand. It's really quiet. It goes through the majority of this whole entire unit. So good little consequence of the drought this year is I'm going to have a pretty good access to most things without really disturbing anything. So should be a pretty good area to hunt, and this will probably be my main focus. I do have a few other spots that I'll be going to that require a little bit of more unique access, but I tend to like to hold on to those more towards the rut when that pressure builds up, just because I'm able to access them via water. I have a small kayak. I can get into some areas that normally wouldn't allow a traditional hunter who's parking at the main parking areas to get to. So those areas I'll hold on to, and you should be seeing me in those as we get closer to the rut. But as for today, we got our mission accomplished here. We got our cameras moved to those scrape areas, and exciting time to start seeing some of that buck sign. So stay tuned. The next few weeks here should have a little more inventory on what I'll be going after this year, as well as hopefully a few more spots to check out. So thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail, the Heartland.